everyone, so welcome to this autumn office / book room reset. So I'm going to talk you through what I'm going to be doing in here over the next few days. So first of all, I need to empty the room, get everything out of here. Then I'm going to be painting. So this is magnolia. Obviously magnolia is not really a fashionable colour anymore. So this is going to be going white, and then I think white ceiling and then a grey on the walls, like the same grey that I have downstairs because I have some paint left. Then I have ordered a second Maine. So my plan is to basically shift these over a little bit, and hopefully the second tall Maine will fit here. Does mean that I need to move this little shelf and just have a little bit of a rejig. I've also ordered a couple of other things. So I've also ordered some white kind of vinyl covering to go on the desk, so I'll be doing that. What else have I ordered? I've ordered a nice garland which is going to go across the top of the shelves, but yeah, at the moment, as you can see, this room is a little bit of a mess. And I say that it's actually far better than it was. It's just very small, like I can't even show you the whole room in one shot. So very small, lots of stuff on this side which you normally don't see. Like, that's awful, that's my graduation picture falling off the wall. Yeah, so it all just needs a bit of a refresh, a bit of a tidy up, and we'll get this looking all pretty and nice, ready for autumn. So first up, let's get this room emptied and let's start painting. So whilst I empty this room, I am going to be listening to my current audiobook on my iPad. So I am on the second of the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. So I'm on Golden Sun. I'm almost finished. I've only got about 2.5 hours left. It is really good so far. So I'm going to be listening to that. I should have pointed out as well, I'm wearing old clothes because obviously I'm painting. I've not had a shower. I'm going to do all of that later after I've painted because it doesn't make sense to do it first. So that's why I look like this. But yeah, so hopefully I can finish Golden Sun because so far it is so good. So good. And I can't even tell you why it's so good, because it's so weird. Like, I think it's weird. Tell me if you disagree, but yeah, I think it's weird, but I'm really enjoying it and I'm really into it and I really want to know what happens at the end of this one. So I'm going to be doing that whilst I empty the room and paint. The new bookshelf. First we gotta paint the room. Are you gonna help? Yeah, probably not. seriously, I am nearing the end of Golden Sun, which is the second book in the Red Rising series, and it's so good. So good. The only way I can describe why it's so good is because you start listening, in this case, or reading, and you've got no idea where it's going to go. Like, absolutely no idea. And then, like, everything's just a shock, and it's, yeah, really good. The other update is I've done the ceiling white. I haven't cut in around the light bulb yet. And I was going to paint these walls the same grey as downstairs, but to be honest, I don't have a lot of grey paint left. So I think I'm just going to go for the white, like keep going and see how it turns out. Okay, let's do it. Painting for the day. Not quite finished. I think like the cutting in needs to be done again. Like you can just see the magnolia through, so it needs a second layer. So I will give this a good day to dry out, and then tomorrow I will come back and attack it with the paint again. So for now I am gonna tidy up the mess that I've made, get some lunch, have a shower and wash my hair. I finished Golden Sun on audio about 10-15 minutes ago, and it was really good. I think it's just so good because it's so mad. Like, what ends up happening is just so unpredictable. There is no way you can predict the timeline and what's going to happen. Like, literally, we just don't know. Oh, Photo wants to say hello. You want to say hello, Photo? Say hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, I think that's all you're getting from him. So, yeah, it's so unpredictable, but really dramatic, and I think that's what is so good about it, even though it's just like so weird. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go and get myself cleared up and I can carry on. Hi all, so we are back for day 2 of my office / book room renovation. As you can see, I'm back in my painting clothes. The shower I had after day 1 yesterday, after that paint and moving the stuff out of the room, it was quite a warm day. It was like the best shower I've had in so long. You know, when you just feel so disgusting and it's so nice to get clean. And I'm gonna be honest, putting these clothes back on, scraping my hair back up, I feel like a mess again. So I might reward my hard work today with another shower and just get really clean again because it was really good. So today is day 2. It is Tuesday the 25th, 26th, Tuesday the 26th. It is Fragile Threads Day and I haven't had a physical book come yet. So I'm not sure what to do whilst I'm continuing with the room. I'm thinking of starting the 3rd Red Rising book, Morning Star, on audio. Because it's really nice yesterday, just painting and listening was really easy. Because I quite like painting because you just kind of get into the rhythm, you don't really have to think about it. So it's quite good to listen. But if by some miracle Fragile Threads is on audiobook, I don't think it is though, I will absolutely listen to that instead. I didn't really want to start a new... No, it's not on here. Fragile through, it's not on here. So yeah, I didn't really want to start a new audiobook, but seen as being realistic, I'm going to be painting for probably a good hour or two again. It's probably worth it. Yeah, so let me show you what we've got left to do in the room and what the plan is for today. So we're definitely going to start with cutting in at the edges again, just because the cutting in part didn't seem to go on as thick as the main kind of part of the wall. So I'm going to start by cutting in and trying to lay that on quite thick, and then later on I might do a second coat on the main part of the walls. We've also got these sections where I've got these little shelves hung up, and I might actually ring my dad and see if there's any way I can take these off and then be able to put them back on. I don't know what the fixtures behind them in the wall are like. Ash did one set, my dad did the others. Rather than painting around, which will take so long and be so messy, it'll just look a lot cleaner if I can paint under them, if I can take them off, paint under them and get that done. Also yesterday I noticed that the blind in here is disgusting. Like, I kind of knew it was a bit old and disgusting anyway. It was here from the previous owners, and over the years it's just got really dirty and worn. I lived here for 7 years, it really doesn't owe me anything anymore, and then I got paint on it and I was like, do you know what, oh well, I might have to buy a new blind. And then I also made the decision last night that I am going to invest in a new office chair, because this one is so big and clunky. Again, I got this second hand. I am very much a waste not, want not person. Like, I will use something until it breaks. I don't like having stuff unnecessary, which kind of doesn't make sense since I've got like thousands of books in my house, but that's a different story. So furniture, clothes, I don't buy things for the sake of it. If I can use something I've already got, I will use it. But this office chair just doesn't really fit. This room is tiny and I need something a bit smaller. The chair I'm looking at is much smaller, and one of the reviews says that it doesn't have much support on it. But if you notice, I don't actually lean back on my chair anyway. Even in my videos when I'm unboxing things, I tend to have the chair like slightly to the side, and I'm almost sitting on the side of it here. So I don't think the support's a main issue for me. I always have a pillow behind me and a blanket that I'm sitting on. Like, I just make it comfy. I do have back problems, which you'd think would be a reason for having a better chair, but I don't like sitting back. I have to sit upright, and I can only sit for certain periods of time and then I have to move anyway. Anyway, so the first job for today is to empty the office again. I had to set back up last night so that I could work. I did put a few books back on the shelves so that I could get into my bedroom last night and actually go to sleep, because there's stuff everywhere in the other two rooms that I've emptied from here. So first job of today, empty this stuff back out, get the painting sheets back over the furniture, and let's get on with painting. The second job of the day is to get the bookshelf made, and then let's start getting everything in and see how we get on. I'm just taking a little tea break whilst I'm waiting for what I've painted on the edges, the cutting in to dry, so that I can put another layer specifically on the two back walls. I have also done this front wall, which is what I see when I'm sitting at my desk. You can see I took off the little shelf thing because with the extra bookcase, it won't fit there anymore. So I tried to paint around it yesterday. You can probably see how bad a job I did. So I've took them off and I need to paint over it, but I'm tired, so like needs to dry anyway. Taking a little tea break and still listening to Morning Star, the third book in the Red Rising series. And actually so far, I think this might be becoming my favourite of the three. It just seems a little bit clearer. Like there are a lot of characters, and I feel like in the first two at points I was almost getting a little bit confused as to who was who and where we'd seen them before, and at the moment it's all a little bit more solidified, and I just feel like the story that's being told is a little bit clearer and a little bit easier for my simple brain to understand. So yeah, I am enjoying it. Bad news on Threads, I'm not going to get a physical copy for ages. So I've pre-ordered 4 copies, I've mentioned this before. So I'd already got an email from Waterstones saying that the date for that pre-order has been pushed back. It's a special edition. The Illumicrate one, like I know Illumicrate's never going to come straight away. Like Illumicrate and Fairy Do, as much as I love them and I love their editions, they are slow at sending things. So never would I expect that one to come near the release date. I think we'll probably be waiting at least a few weeks, if not months. Then I ordered the Barnes & Noble. So that is the one that's actually shipped. They shipped it yesterday, the day before the release date. But of course I don't live in America, so it's going to my locker where all my American parcels go to. So Barnes & Noble don't ship to the UK, so it's going to the locker, and then as soon as it gets there, I'm having all of the parcels from the locker sent over. So I've ordered from Pango Books, Barnes & Noble, Book of the Month, basically all services that don't deliver to the UK. So once that gets here, it might be my first one, which is so random. Like, why is the Barnes & Noble edition the first one arriving? And then the Forbidden Planet is the 4th one. Got an email today on the release day to say it's been pushed back to the 10th of October. So kind of not happy. I kind of feel like I should have ordered just a normal edition. I'm actually tempted to read it on ebook. So I think there is an ebook on Google Books I saw really early this morning for $6.99. So I might go for ebook or order just a normal version because I really want to read it today. So that is an office update, that is a reading update, that is a Fragile Threads of Power update. I will get my hands on it soon. It is now the afternoon on day 2. I have had lunch, I've showered, I've tidied up the room, the office room, book room after having painted, so I've got all the bits off the floor and stuff. And now we're on to the next stage, which is building this bookcase. And apparently there's 2 doggies who want to help. Are you going to help? Are you going to help? Yeah, he's gonna help, which probably means that he's just gonna stand on top of it as I build it, which is normally what happens. So we are gonna put Morning Star back on. Really enjoying it so far. I think I've already mentioned, I think it's my favourite one of the 3 books so far. So if you've read or listened to book 1 or 2 and you're a bit unsure, definitely keep going. I think most people's advice is keep going after book 1. Like book 2 gets better, but I definitely think that book 3 is really good. So we're going to keep listening to that, aren't we? Yes, we are. Make it so you can see her because she's so cute. So we're going to keep listening to that, and we're going to make a bookshelf, and we're going to fuss you. welcome back. We are now on day 3 of my office tidy up and reset. This is going to be the final day that we are going to be doing stuff for this vlog on this room. So let me catch you up with what we've got to do today. So as you can see, there is stuff in the room because again, last night I had to reset up my computer so that I could work for a few hours. So the main jobs today, there's 3. First of all, books on shelves. I'm really excited. So we've got the new shelf in. Yes, they are slightly different colours. This one's so old now that they don't make this colour anymore. So we've got the oak tall one in the middle to go with the oak short one. And the other thing I've got to do is to put this massive sticker. So this is like a big white sticker that's for the top of the desk. So that's gonna be changed from being this kind of like oak effect to white. So that's gonna be interesting, wish me luck. And the last thing is that I've got a nice floral garland to go on the top here. I don't think I'm gonna keep my teddies up here. I think I'm gonna move them to my bedroom, so that this is just books. But I'm really happy with the white. I think it looks so fresh. So really happy with that. And I'm trying to think what on earth else I don't know. It's just the painting and the bookshelf. I feel like it's been so much work just to do this. But yeah, I'm happy that everything is just a bit more fresh and clean. As I mentioned already, I'm going to change that blind out. And I am planning on changing this chair too. I might also put my book cart, my TBR cart down here. Yeah, so let's get organised. I am watching YouTube in the background, obsessed. Still reading The Power. Fragile Threads is a whole different story. I have actually ordered a normal copy because I kept saying I've done 4 pre-orders. I've done 5 pre-orders for Fragile Threads of Power, and none of them are anywhere close to coming. So I've just ordered a normal copy. I do want to read it. I don't want to read it on an ebook. I want to read it in a proper physical book. So I've got The Power, which I'm almost through with. I'm well into book 3 of the Red Rising series on Audible. So I might listen to a bit more of that. So I'm putting this sticker on and I'm just kind of like folding it under the edges to make it a little bit more neat, although saying that I'm showing you the messiest bit, which is ironic. I'm not sure that I like it. I'm not sure that because of like obviously the rest of the furniture is oak, I'm not sure if I should have left it as it was. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. What is done is done. There is a few marks here, and this is actually where the roll was dented in the packaging, so I'm a little bit annoyed with that. And there is like a little kind of scratch here. I don't know if I've done this when I was opening it, but it's a bit annoying that it's at the bit where I sit. But once all my stuff's on here, it won't matter anyway. So I just need to pull it out and do the same thing with this side and the back, and then sort out the cable hole, tidy that up. I kind of wish I had a Stanley knife so I could cut around here. I think that would have been a bit neater, but we will see how it goes. I'll do my best. Way, I've finished the sticker. It took a bit longer than I thought it was going to, but it actually wasn't too difficult. I might try and tidy this up though, because that's really annoying me. So other than that, yeah, I don't think it turned out too bad. Not too happy with this. Like, I think I'd be tempted to get a craft knife or a Stanley knife and cut around the plastic of the cable home. But to be honest, when all my stuff's back on here, I don't think it's gonna bother me that much. Still not sure though. I'm still not sure on the vibe. I don't know. We'll see when everything's in. I've just been chucking all the rubbish on here as well, and everything's tidy. Maybe I'll like it a bit better. Obviously, there was a part of me that wanted to do this, so we'll give it a go. But I think you can just remove these stickers if you don't like them. So yeah, we will see how that goes. Okay, so I've put the basics of my desk back together. I guess the next job is the shelves and getting everything back in here. I'm not going to show you the shelves at the moment because I've just been putting rubbish on top of there. Yeah, let's get the books on. This might take a long time. It's not going to be like how I finally keep them. I'm just going to kind of put them on and see how I feel. I will do a bookshelf tour at some point, and I will make sure that it's exactly how I want it before then. It probably won't be for a month or two. Yeah, exciting. I'm shattered. This is definitely the hardest part of all of this, was taking the books out and now bringing them back in. And to anyone else that might seem like the easy part, but I don't know, I don't have a lot of stamina in me anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break, finish up the harder bits, because like these are the easy ones. I knew where all of these were gonna go. It's just about fitting in everything else. So when I finished, after I've had a break and I finished, I'm going to come back to you. It's definitely getting there, but I am so running out of steam. I have been doing this for 3 days now. This is day 3. And I just think I thought everything would be easier than it would be. And I am having problems with my uterus at the moment. So if you have a uterus and you have issues and health problems with it, you'll definitely understand. And I'm just at the point where I'm like, I've got nothing left to give. I've got nothing in the tank. And I actually just want to sit down and read a book. I'm still watching my video of Gavin. He's keeping me company. I'm on 1 hour 50 of his 2-hour video. Yeah, and I am enjoying putting the books on, like being able to get my 4th wings out and put them there, and oh my gosh, my God Killer. That is like the most stunning cover I've ever seen. And I love that book so much, because before all of this was just my unread books, and now I'm bringing back in the red. The only thing that I'm not so happy about is that I've basically gone for my 2 tall bookshelves as being fantasy, and then I've just kind of like started sticking all of my paperbacks and my kind of contemporary, my other kind of romance fiction thrillers, started sticking them down here in the corner, and I kind of don't like it. Oh, and I've put some at the very bottom down here, and I don't like that because I'm not a huge fantasy reader, which you might be looking at this and thinking, oh my gosh, well, why have you got so many fantasy books? I do like fantasy. I'm getting into it more. I love sci-fi, but it's only a part of my reading taste. And I feel like what I've done here is I've copied a lot of other YouTubers who love fantasy. So I'm kind of debating whether to change this around a little bit, just to make it more suit my style. And like my favourite books I've actually put in front of me. So Bird Box and Mallory, because I love dystopian. Dystopian is my favourite genre, but this doesn't reflect that. So I am going to change it a little bit. For now, I'm just going to kind of get all the other books back in here. This is not everything. But I'm just going to put the finishing touches on this vlog so that we can wrap up one of the most exciting things I haven't done yet. And you might have seen this package almost like hanging about in this video. So it's been on the desk and I've kind of just moved it out the shot and in the shot. This is the floral garland to go up the top. So I'm going to put this up, I'm going to bring my TBR cart in, and then we're going to finish up the vlog there for today. So let's get into this, it's exciting. So I just got this off of Amazon, and I think when I opened the Illumicrate box the other day and I opened the book pot, and I was like, oh, I'm really getting into my pink era. I'm really feeling the pink vibe for this office. So the rest of my house is all grey, yellow and blue. And in here, I just want to add a little bit of pink and femininity. And I really wanted to go for this. So let's get this out. Oh, so I think what we're going to do is double layer it. It's a bit squashed. I don't know if we can kind of open these flowers out a little bit. Okay, let's get this up. So I'm just going to tilt you a little bit so you can see up there. Okay, let's get this up here. Two parts. So we've got two ends of the garland. Yeah, I think definitely opening them out is a good idea. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, let's get the second one. Let's try and open these out a bit before I put them up. Yeah, this is just like completely altered my mood from, I just want to sit down and do nothing, to, this is so cute, I just want to put my flower garland up. And you know, this is the power of spending money. Like, for years I've been very non-consumeristic. I don't know if that's a word, consumeristic. I've not bought into consumerism. And you know, I would never have bought something like this. I would have thought, wow, what a waste of money, and it's plastic, and I'm very against plastics and try and go for natural materials. And then a part of me's like, but you've got to do things that make you happy. I feel like it's a good balance. Like, I'm not going to put this up for a month and then throw it away. Like, this is going to be up for a good long time, and it's going to bring me joy. So if something's going to bring you joy, surely that's worth it. Okay, I don't know whether to just put this up or whether to maybe wrap them around one another. That might make it a bit thicker, which I think is kind of what it's meant to, or it looked like a bit more in the pictures. So just twirl it around, just very loosely twirling them together. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if that's made it worse. Like, I want the flowers to stand out rather than the green. They're really squished. How's that looking? Oh, that actually doesn't look too bad. Oh, I love it. Hey, beautiful. And I am gonna go and grab my TBR cart. Okay guys, so I am going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me for my home office slash book room reset. I am really happy with it. I know I probably didn't seem very happy in my last clip. I am so glad I painted in here. Like, that fresh lick of paint, gone is the old magnolia, outdated, tired, and we've got this fresh white and it's really nice. I'm still not 100% sure about my white sticker on the desk, but once it's covered with stuff, it probably won't. I won't notice it after a while. I love my new bookshelf, love the extra touches I've done in here. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.